Welcome to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. Yes, hello and welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. How are we? I hope we're well. Before we even go anywhere, press like, press subscribe if you haven't already. It's not hard. It's very simple. All you have to do is press a little like just before we get going to give us a little bit of a boost in the old algorithm. You know how it works by now, guys. But yes, it's me, AGT, back for the Kop TV. I hope you're all doing well. Very busy time for myself. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m, got the van arriving and we'll be flying up to Liverpool to move into our new flat in the city centre. I can't believe it. I can't believe the day has come round this quickly. I just can't believe that I'm moving to Liverpool to really kind of take this channel to the next level. So with that being said, please remember to show some support and like each video that we put out here. And don't forget Hot Topics, the new podcast with myself and James Redmond. That's right. James Redmond is coming very, very soon indeed. So keep an eye out for that one as well. Some great content to come on the channel. Back on Sky Sports next week talking about Liverpool transfers. But let's talk about this then. A defender that we all know and love. I didn't play well. None of our None of our defenders played much last season, as we all know. Matip, Gomez, and Van Dijk all injured at various points throughout the season and most of the season. But it's Joel Matip that I wanted to focus on today because, as we know, very contentious whether Joel Matip should stay or leave Liverpool. I mean, at the end of the season, I was very much in the camp of time to maybe say goodbye to Joel Matip. We love him. We think he's brilliant, but unfortunately, he just gets injured all the time, and his knees are made of skips or any type of crisp. Other crisps are available, of course. But it seems like Klopp's really putting him at the front and centre of the talk in pre-season, and it really doesn't look like he's going anywhere, guys. Let me know in the comments right now. Do we keep or do we let go of Joel Matip? I'm just going to share my screen with you guys now so I can show you an article that I was reading this morning about Joel Matip and a few other players who are struggling with injuries as well. So as you can see here, big up to This Is Anfield. Great website, guys, and you should all be on this and across it whenever Liverpool news does break. Brilliant website. And there you can see 4 players who have all had their injury troubles. 4 beautiful players. Look at those guys. I can't wait to see them all back in a Liverpool shirt. But yes, Jurgen Klopp's positive update on injured players with Matip closest to return. Big up Joanna Durkin on the report. And it starts off by saying, after injury besieged his defence last season, Jurgen Klopp has welcomed the positive pre-season return of Virgil van Dijk, Joel Matip, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Joe Gomez. Great news this for Liverpool, but the manager has acknowledged that each one remains on their own individual timeline on a return to full fitness over the next few weeks. So obviously, guys, no one could have predicted the way that the injuries played out for Liverpool last season. But obviously, we still finished third. An amazing achievement that shouldn't be forgotten about, really. But on Tuesday, yesterday, Gomez, Van Dijk and Matip enjoyed a team training session for the first time since October. It's been a long and tough slog, and the rewards for the perseverance are slowly paying off. So as you can see from what Jurgen Klopp has said here, I'll just highlight that for you. Joel Matip looks good, absolutely. He is the closest probably to normal training, and then we will see when we get him started for playing. He then goes on to say Trent's was a serious injury, but now not a major one. He's also close, but in the moment, probably the next 5 or 6 days, he has a special program from time to time with the team, probably from time to time by himself, but then in 5 or 6 or 7 days, he should be in normal team training. Now, obviously, the games for our pre-season were announced very recently. Liverpool have two 30-minute mini games against FC Wacker Innsbruck and Stuttgart on July the 20th, which is 6 days away. So 6 days for the lads to get really fit Hopefully, Trent can be involved in that. But Klopp says he wouldn't expect any of them to feature, which is fine. I mean, obviously, these games are fully for fitness, whereas if you look at what happened last night with Arsenal, they lost their pre-season game to Hibernian 2-1 and missed the penalty. So although that pre-season games are for fitness, you want to win them. Every single game you play, you want to win it. I don't care what anyone says. And Liverpool should be aiming to do exactly that with these warm-up games. 2 30-minute games on the same day. Sorry, two 30-minute period games in the same day. And then after that, we've got Mainz in Germany as we proceed to the start of the season. August the 14th against Norwich, 5:30 kickoff. That is a month today, guys. 1 month away today, we'll be starting again in the Premier League. Let me know who you think should start that game, to be honest. I want to share another article that I've been reading this morning, again from This Is Anfield. And it's actually talking about Daniel Sturridge. Now, obviously, Sturridge hasn't been a Liverpool player for some time now, but I was really happy to read this article. Again, This Is Anfield. Again, it's Joanna Durkin. And Daniel Sturridge, the headline says, given the chance to impress in Spain after 16 months without a club. Now, Real Mallorca is the club that he has been training at, a La Liga newbie side, Real Mallorca, who, let's not forget, in the past have had players like Eto'o, a really decent little setup down in Mallorca with Santi Cazorla. I think Joaquin played there for a bit. I'm pretty sure Isco did for a bit as well. And I think Pellegrini was the manager. However, he hasn't played for 16 months. And obviously, we all know that Trabzonspor was his last home that he left in 2020 in March, just when the pandemic hit. But that was after 160 games at Liverpool. But as we all know, he had a betting ban from the FA, which meant that he would have to leave the Turkish club after a 4-month worldwide ban. And nearly a year and a half later, he's finally found a new opportunity. So he has been invited down by Real Mallorca to train as they prepare for their return to La Liga. He's still only 31. He's obviously been on Instagram showing still how fit he is, and the fact that he's now got his playing weight back to where it was 8 years ago. And if you actually rewind to 8 years ago in 2013, it was when he joined Liverpool. And obviously that was his most clinical period in his career. I think at the time he was the fastest player to reach 50 goals for Liverpool in as little games as possible. So we all know he's still got it. But listen, we'd all love, let me know in the comments if you'd like to see the same. We'd all love to see Daniel Sturridge back in football. And if it is in Real Mallorca, listen, trust me when I say, a very, very nice place to play football. The weather, I guarantee you, will be a lot nicer than it is in England, absolutely, for sure. And if we can see Sturridge play at the likes of the Bernabeu, the Nou Camp, the Wanda Metropolitano, the Mestalla, the Bernabeu, then it would be brilliant. I'd love Daniel Sturridge to get back into the setup there in La Liga. Let's actually click on this one too. I know there's a lot of you guys in the comments right now asking for a latest update with Saul. This article, a few days old, but nothing's really happened since that. Obviously, last week there was a big explosion of news, really, that Saul could be on his way to Liverpool. But now this article says Liverpool may not sign Saul, but he'd be exactly what the Reds need. Big up to This Is Anfield again and Carl Matchett, who basically says Wijnaldum's departure has left a big hole in the squad. And Grizz Khan, who, as we all know, is a very trusted name within the Liverpool community, he still thinks that Saul will come to Liverpool. It's just a matter of, can they agree some kind of personal fees there for his wages? I think the fee that they want as a transfer fee is around the 40 million mark, which actually wouldn't be too bad whatsoever for Liverpool to pay, I don't think, personally. When you're trying to add someone of that quality into a midfield, these days you are looking to be paying around the 30 to 50 million pound mark. I mean, the Atletico Madrid fans don't want him to go. Simone has come out and said that he doesn't want to, Saul to leave. He's already reported back to training for pre-season. But Saul, even though he is a midfielder, this article says it barely scratches the surface of what he has done under Simone. So for a long time, he's played on the right side, coming infield with his left foot. We've all seen his incredible goal that he scored against Bayern Munich in the Champions League for Atletico Madrid, where he goes round about 7 players with his left foot. But he's also very hard-working and ready to win the ball. So as we all know, that's what Gini Wijnaldum did as well. So he's also played at left back and left wing back. So he's really gone to do a lot of things there at Atletico Madrid. So, and then he even went to Rayo Vallecano, and Sao apparently played as a ball-playing centre-back. So there really is little his technical skill set does not allow him to do. Guys, let me know in the comments, do you still want to see Saul join the club? Is there another midfielder that you're maybe looking at that you'd prefer? Or should we better call Saul? No? Better call Saul? I'm not going to carry on until I get a laugh in the comments. How about that? Better call Saul. You all know that one, don't you? Yeah, a couple of comments here. Sorry about that. Niall K says, morning, Alex. Morning to you, mate. Big up yourself on the Don Robbie channel, bro. That's correct. Obviously, for the last 6 weeks, I've been plastered all over that Don Robbie channel doing studio bits and also the fan cam. I'm glad you enjoyed it, mate. It's a shame that we couldn't finish it on the highest way possible. Christopher, though, says, I'm still hoping that we get Saul. Is it Saul? Is it Saul? Like I said, Saul would be a great addition to the squad. I am personally still hoping we get him, but whether we do or not is very different. We've obviously heard his dad come out and say that when he was a kid, he looked up to Steven Gerrard. So who knows? Maybe him and Liverpool was destined. Nuclear Atom says, what's Liverpool's budget? They are still budging on a 40 mil Saul who wants to leave. I mean, who actually knows realistically, truthfully, what the budget is, the transfer budget is at Liverpool? I don't think anyone can firmly say that they know exactly what it is. And I would be really interested to actually count up the money that we've spent at the end of the window and then bring it back to these people that have said we've only got 40 mil to spend. I think it would be interesting to see come September when the window closes, or it might be August when the window closes, actually, how much money Liverpool spent and also how much money we've made. Like I said, guys, on many videos with myself and Doyle, you can go back to that. We do a keep, sell or loan video. I'm not going to lie to you guys. There are still a lot of players that, in my opinion, need to leave Liverpool. I'm talking maybe even up to 7 or 8 players. If you look at Karius, I mean, Adrian won't go now, but he should have gone. You look at someone like Harry Wilson. You look at someone like Nico Williams. You look at someone like Reece Williams. You look at someone like Kostas Tsimikas. You look at someone like the Ox, maybe Keita. Origi probably still going to go. Minamino. So that's 7 or 8 players there that you would think and you would hope could definitely generate some kind of income. I mean, if I'm adding all those players together on the top of my head, maybe that comes to about 50 mil. The money that you would get from those players if you did sell them. And then that would obviously bring in more money that we could spend on players. But also remember, as much as we all want money to be spent on players, the club are going through, well, and listen, this isn't me sticking up for FSG for 1 second. However, there's a lot of work being done on the stadium that's going to cost a lot of money. And as we all know, we've had an awful financial year, Liverpool have, as have every other team. So, you know, it's a difficult one. How much money do Liverpool have? Let me know in the comments. Is it 40 mil? Is it 60 mil? Is it 80 mil? Is it 100 mil? How much, if we add up all the money at the end of the transfer window, do we have? And don't forget, we've already spent nearly 45 million on Konate. So definitely take that into consideration as well. Niall, Alex, I know your great rivals, Manchester United, are linked with Camavinga. Would you take him at Liverpool? No, I wouldn't take Camavinga. I actually know of his agent. And yeah, I think it is quite likely that he's going to Manchester United. His agent, Jonathan Barnett, I believe it is. So yeah, I do think he will end up at Manchester United. And if he is linked with them, then no, I don't want him at Liverpool. Steffi Jenks, big up to you, Steffi. She says, big up, Alex. I'm just here for your voice, joking. Good morning. Well, do you know what? Thank you. I can see that clearly that you're a Manchester United fan. You want the Glazers out. You've got 50+1 there in your picture, so I respect you for that. And the fact that you support Manchester United is unfortunate. But big up to you for listening here to my voice. Does my voice sound good? Is that what you're here for? I mean, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Big up to you. I want to show you another bit of news that I read this morning, again from the Anfield. From This Is Anfield, a great website. And it's this, another bit of an injury update. I know that's one I've already shown you. Forget about that. Let's actually show you the correct screen then now. And this is from the official Liverpool website, actually. And this is, again, another bit of an update on the players, saying that Trent was a serious injury, of course, but there's some pictures here as well of the lads in training. Can I also just say, the new training gear is beautiful. And I genuinely, I'm not lying when I say this, Nike have gone far and beyond this season. Once you actually see the players playing week in, week out in that home shirt with the orange trimming that you guys ribbed me for in the video where I said it was crimson. That plus the away kit, which is out now, plus this training gear, and then without even mentioning the t-shirts that Klopp's wearing, the Nike kind of, what would you call it? It's not training gear. It's like loungewear. It's like Nike Liverpool loungewear that the lads will wear in an interview or around the academy or around the hotel kind of thing. And it's all beautiful. As you can see, Takumi Minamino there as well. But yeah, Van Dijk, Gomez and Matip all in training. And it's a beautiful thing to see. Obviously, go and watch inside training as well. You can see some faces that you might have forgot. Ben Woodburn's face there as well. He'd definitely be leaving Liverpool very soon. But Klopp says, we are here full of energy. Let's get started. He's had a really good 2 or 3 weeks holiday, which is great. And he's also very happy that Konate has signed with Liverpool. He absolutely looks the business. Look at the size of him. The new number 5 for Liverpool, hopefully going to be playing next to Van Dijk, hopefully going to win us the league, boys and girls. But Klopp says he's very happy to have Konate with us. He's just, of course, come from RB Leipzig, and he's very aware that the player will need to adapt to the new team and methods, Klopp says, which is great. And he says he's a good guy, and he knew about him before. Physically, he's very good. So listen, guys, it's very interesting to see how Konate is going to fare as a Liverpool player. Steffi Jenkins says, yeah, I told you that on the Don Robbie live watch along. ASMR, come on. Big up again, respect to you. Glad to see Van Dijk back training. Big up to you. See, I've got female United fans coming on the stream telling me how good my voice is. Big up to you, Steffi. Much love. Let's see if we can show you some other articles then. Here's an interesting one. I'd like to get your thoughts on this too, guys. How do we line up next season? It's a big question. Obviously, some big players have left Liverpool, but how could we line up next season? I want to show you the footballfancast.co.uk, and this article says how Liverpool could line up next season. And obviously, Konate is around. There's rumours of Saul Niguez, of course. We know that, and their prediction is somewhat blurred. I must say, I didn't know it was going to be that blurred, but they've gone for Becker in goal. They've gone for Van Dijk. They've gone for Konate, Robertson, and Trent. And then in the midfield, they've gone for, well, I can't actually see who they've gone for unless we scroll down. Thiago, Fabinho, and Henderson. And then Mane, Firmino, and Salah up top. And then, of course, Jota will be pushing to get onto the starting lineup from the bench. Do you guys think that is how we line up next season? I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts. Do let me know. Is that the team we go with? Robertson, obviously Alisson in goal, doesn't even need to be mentioned. Robertson, Konate, does he go straight in at Norwich? Does he? Van Dijk and Trent, what a defence that could be, by the way. And then in midfield, I'd love us to see Henderson, Fabinho, and Thiago. I'm pretty sure, guys, that those three have never actually played or started in a midfield trio together, which is mind-blowing considering they're our best 3 midfielders. And that's the kind of partnership that I wanted from day one. As soon as Thiago came to Liverpool, that's what I wanted. And that's hopefully what we're going to get next season as well. And then the 3 up front, I think that's fair. Jota pushing from the bench, I think that's fair. So let me know in the comments if you think you agree with that one there. And let me see if I can bring up something else for you as well. And this is 7 things to look forward to from pre-season. Let's see this article then. Let's give that a little share. Yeah, loving these pictures coming out, guys. I think Klopp's had definitely a haircut of some sort as well. You can see him in the new training gear there. Very nice stuff. Harvey Elliott haircut, and his braces are off as well. Here's Joe Gomez getting a COVID test. And here's 7 things that we noticed as Liverpool start pre-season. Again, big up to Joanna Durkin from This Is Anfield as well. A host of senior figures will remain absent from the early days. Obviously, the guys who were in the Euro final and in the latter stages of Copa America as well will have an extended break. But it's good to see a lot of the big names back in the camp already, including Joe Gomez. Klopp's new look, there you go. He's very tanned as well. Very tanned is Kloppy. He's been on holiday in Mallorca, I think, in Spain. And he's also ditched the glasses here, as you can see. So he's looking a bit fresher. And you may need to do a double look as there's no glasses in sight. The Ox and Keita are both ready. Again, look at that training kit. We've gone for a yellow motif, I should say there, which is very interesting for Liverpool. Not the biggest fan of the yellow, but the actual jacket itself is an absolute beauty, and I can't wait to get my hands on that bad boy. But the loanees are back, as you can see. Taiwo, Loris Karius, Marco Grujic and Minamino all back in Austria with the team. Which is great to see, but it's expected the first 3 are to depart in the near future, with permanent moves being sought. But Minamino will be hoping to catch the attention of Klopp again. Trent turns back time. He's gone for his old haircut again. Definitely, probably the right decision. I'm not going to lie to you. First, there's a red for Konate. There he is getting a COVID test, maybe having his temperature done. 6'4", what a lad. And there you have Jurgen Klopp giving Harvey Elliott a hug. Like I mentioned there, Harvey Elliott cut off that long ponytail, which I'm really happy about, to be honest. And he's had his braces off, as you can see here. And Klopp looking very tanned, very sexy. I can't lie to you. I love that man so much. And you've still got people like Harvey Elliott and Cade Gordon, Matueas, Maciolowski, Owen Beck, Connor Bradley. These guys are all hoping they can get some minutes, but look at that. I mean, Liverpool actually did this in 2001, I think it was, where they went to Austria for pre-season, back when we were about to buy El Hadji Diouf. I remember watching the DVD of that pre-season, and it was very similar to this, very similar indeed. Let's see. So a lot of comments coming in. Big up to you guys. Steffi says, teams with a good bench will be able to manage the number of games. Good morning, Ryan, my brother. Congratulations on 7K as well, man. Good morning to you, bro, all the way from Canada, I believe. Good morning, good morning. Ravi says, big up, Alex. Can Liverpool win a trophy next season? I mean, how many is probably the better question. How many trophies can we win next season with our team? I'm excited for club football returning, says Nuclear. And Boo says, Alex, what's our potential formation going to be next season? Are we sticking to 4-3-3? I would say we are. I would say there won't be any changes on that. Do you think Liverpool challenge for the title? I do. I think we can win the league next year. I do think we can win the league. Ravi, which players would be better suited for low block teams? Great question, that. I mean, just having a little stretch. I mean, the thing is with low block teams, right? No matter who you've got, if you've got Ronaldo or Messi, those low block tactics are difficult to play against no matter who you've got. So it's not necessarily, I think, the players that will be better suited for it. It's the actual formations that we deploy when we're playing against a team who clearly want to defend for their lives at Anfield. And I think if we go for a 4-3-3, which obviously has worked so well for us, if you look at the last 4 years, I think if we go for that, we're more likely to break down teams, especially with our best 3 in midfield. But then you can't criticize the front 3 as well. I think they're so relentless in, maybe not last season, but they were so relentless the season before that in winning the league. And I do think next season, with the return of fans and with the return of Virgil, Konate in that team as well, and Hendo, we're going to see them all flourish again. So hopefully we can win the league. Konate straight in, says Stephen. Put another forward in to freshen things up. Yo, Alex, you should get an iRig for better sound quality. Big up. Yes, I do. I do need that. Wow, lots of comments coming in. Big up to you guys. Let me just finish this article first, and then that's it. So there you go. Right, let's get into some more comments. Boo Reader says, Stephen Owens Klopp doesn't plug in new players straight away. They need time to adapt. Thiago being the exception, but look at Fabinho. He took a good 5 to 6 months to adapt and developed into the best defensive midfielder we have. And Burida says, if Chelsea sign Haaland, they're in title contention. Otherwise, it's between City, United and Liverpool. Nuclear wants this team to start against Norwich. Alisson, Trent, Virgil, Konate, Robertson, Fabinho, Jones and Henderson, Salah, Jota and Mane. I put Jones instead of Thiago because he brings great energy and quick movement on the ball that helps Salah score. One love, brother. Come on, G. Greg, hi to you, mate. Stephen, all of our centre-backs are new when you consider who did not play last season. Exactly. And, you know, there's even an argument to say that Virgil van Dijk is going to be like a new signing for Liverpool. Who knows? Keep up the good work, brother. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Nuclear says, Chelsea proves they don't need to score that many goals to win. They have a rock-solid defence to grind out wins. But will we be the champions this season, guys? How do you feel about that? Listen, I've already said it. I did a video probably about a month ago, just before the Euros, maybe 2 months ago, where I've said one of my predictions of next season is that we will win the league. So I have to stick with that. I have to, and I do think we are capable of doing it. Alex, do you see where Liverpool... Alex, where do you see Liverpool in the Prem by December? Top, mate. That's for us, yeah. Greg, what are your thoughts on Mo Salah not to go to the Olympics? Of course, listen, everyone wants to represent your country, but when you consider that Salah is leaving for potentially a month for the African Cup of Nations, then you can understand why we're maybe not so keen to let him go to the Olympics. And also remember, the Olympic Games, football in the Olympic Games is not, and I repeat, is not part of FIFA. It's not on the calendar of official FIFA listed football games, which means that we technically don't have to let him go to the Olympics. I hope you understand that. We don't have to. We're not under obligation to. But then if we want to, which I think is very fair, to let him go to the African Cup of Nations in January, with Mane, by the way, then yes, I do think we shouldn't let him go to the Olympics. That's my thoughts on that. Boo Reader says, Italy showed us that you don't necessarily need the best player in the world to win a cup. Definitely helps, but team harmony and understanding the tactics are more vital, plus a great defence as well. So right, guys, there you have it. Matip, very close to full fitness, as is Trent, Virgil, and Joe Gomez. Konate is on the scene. A lot of loan players have joined up with the boys in Austria to really understand what it's needed from them to break into the first team. We've got the new beautiful training kits as well. And Ravi says, well, who's going to step in for Salah? Don't worry, we're going to buy someone before the end of the transfer window closes. So big up to you guys for watching. Remember, it doesn't take long. Give us a like. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. It's literally the easiest thing you can do, but it means a lot to me. So if you want to see me get to 10K by Christmas, which is the aim, please just press like, guys. It doesn't take long. It's literally, I think it's probably down here somewhere, the like button. And don't forget, tomorrow morning, it's a massive day for me. Me and my girlfriend, we're moving to Liverpool city centre. We've got a flat, a beautiful flat. And we're so excited to really take this content to the next level for you guys on the Kop TV. Really excited to see that come to fruition. And of course, we've got the new podcast as well with James Redmond, which is going to be called Hot Topics. See what we did there? Boo, big up to you. Keep up the good work, Alex. You never walk alone. You never walk alone to every single person watching here. As we say goodbye this time on another video for the Kop TV. Nice one, Alex. Have a smooth move. Big up to you, Steffi. Big fan of you. Right. Until next time, guys. The next time that I see you on this channel, I'll be living in Liverpool. How about that? Much love. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Come on, Liverpool. All the best.
Whoa. Just before you go,
don't forget, give us a like, drop us a comment, and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice of football's most famous stand.